Ladies and gentlemen, your morning sets the tone for your entire life. The way you wake up is the way you show up. If you waste the morning, you waste the day. If you dominate the morning, you dominate your future. Listen to me. Your morning starts your life. Success is not about luck. It's not about chance. It's not about waiting for opportunities to fall in your lap. Success is about how you set the tone before the world even wakes up. When the alarm goes off, that's not just a clock. It's a challenge. It's a test. It's life asking you, are you serious about your goals, or are you still sleeping on your potential? Winners don't hit snooze. Winners don't roll over and scroll on their phones for seconds or minutes. Winners rise. Winners move. Winners build momentum before anyone else even gets started. Why? Because the morning is your launch pad. The morning is your advantage. Think about it. The morning is quiet, no distractions, no emails, no texts, no noise. That's when you lock in. That's when you set your vision, your energy, and your focus. You can choose to waste it, or you can choose to use it. Quarters, mindset, discipline, energy, routine, focus, consistency, results, success. Here's the truth. Discipline beats talent every morning. I don't care how gifted someone is. If they're sleeping and you're grinding, you're gaining ground while they're wasting their most valuable hours. You're building the life you said you wanted. Your morning is a mirror of your life. If it's lazy, your life will be lazy. If it's intentional, your life will be intentional. If it's powerful, your life will be powerful. Stop treating mornings like they don't matter. Stop telling yourself you'll start later. Later is the excuse of the weak. Now is the weapon of the strong. So here's the challenge. Don't wake up when you feel like it. Wake up because you have a mission. Don't waste your first hour scrolling. Invest it in your goals. Don't wait until life forces you to move. Move first, because when you win the morning, you win the day. And when you win enough days, you win your life. Your morning is not about how you feel. It's about what you decide. Too many people let their feelings dictate their mornings, and that's why their lives never change. You feel tired, so you stay in bed. You feel unmotivated, so you delay your goals. You feel comfortable, so you waste time. Feelings will rob you blind if you let them. Discipline is stronger than feelings. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. In the morning, the first battle is not against the clock, not against the schedule. It's against yourself. It's against your excuses. It's against your weakness. If you master the morning, you master yourself. Every time you wake up early, every time you get moving when you don't feel like it, you are training your mind to obey your purpose instead of your feelings. That's how champions are made. Think about it. When the sun rises, so does your opportunity. Oh! But if you're still asleep, opportunity passes right by you. The world doesn't wait for your excuses. The world respects execution. The world rewards the person who shows up even when it's hard. Stop saying, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is a trap. Tomorrow is for the undisciplined. Today is for the committed. Right now is for the hungry. So here's your challenge. Get up at the time you promised yourself, not when you feel like it. Control the first hour. Exercise. Read, pray, plan. Don't let distractions own it. Use discipline to silence your excuses before they steal your life, because discipline is the engine that powers success. Your morning is the driver's seat, and every single day you get to choose. Let feelings control you, or let discipline create you. Energy creates momentum. Listen carefully. Your morning is the fuel station of your life. The way you start determines the strength you carry into the rest of the day. If you wake up with low energy, no focus, no drive, you'll drag through the hours like you're carrying chains. But if you wake up and demand energy from yourself, you set the momentum that carries you forward. Energy is not something you wait for, it's something you create. The body follows the mind, and the mind follows your habits. That's why champions move first thing in the morning. They exercise, they stretch, they breathe, they push their bodies. Why? Because when you command your energy in the morning, you command your day. Momentum is everything. Once you get moving, you become unstoppable. The hardest part is the first step out of bed. But once your feet hit the ground and you start executing, you build power. And that power carries into your work, your decisions, your grind. That's why most people lose. They start slow, they stay slow, and their life is slow. You've got to build rhythm. You've got to create a morning routine that generates energy, movement, hydration, reading, planning, prayer, visualization, whatever it takes to light a fire in your soul. Because once you start the fire in the morning, it burns all day. So here's the challenge for our scene. Don't let your morning be dead time. Don't roll out of bed half asleep, dragging into the day. Attack it. Create energy. Build momentum so strong that by the time others are waking up, you're already operating at a level they can't touch. Because energy creates momentum, and momentum creates success. And it all begins in the morning. Yeah. Focus is your weapon. Your morning is not just about getting up early. It's about sharpening your focus. Most people wake up and instantly scatter their attention. Social media, messages, news, distractions. And that's why their entire day feels chaotic. If you can't control your focus in the morning, you'll lose it for the rest of the day. A focus is a weapon. It's how you cut through the noise. It's how you stay locked on your mission when the world is trying to pull you in 100 directions. And the morning is when you sharpen that weapon. When you wake up, your mind is clear. It's fresh. That's the prime time to direct your thoughts toward your goals. Instead of drowning in distractions, you set your intentions. Instead of reacting to the world, you lead your life. That's why the most successful people guard their mornings like treasure. They don't give it away to nonsense. They protect their focus. Understand this. Distraction is the enemy of greatness. Every notification, every scroll, every wasted conversation is stealing from your purpose. The morning is your chance to get ahead, to plan, to visualize, to lock in. If you waste it on noise, you're handing over your future piece by piece. Okay, no phone in the first hour. Don't let other people's agendas set your mood. Write down your top 3 priorities before the world distracts you. Train your focus like a muscle. Protect it, strengthen it, and direct it toward what matters. Because when you win focus in the morning, you win control of your day. And when you own your focus, nothing can stop you from owning your life. Consistency builds character. Your morning isn't just about today. It's about building the kind of person you're becoming. One great morning won't change your life, but consistent mornings will. The person you are 5 years from now is shaped by the mornings you live today. Consistency builds character. Every time you get up early, every time you stick to your routine, every time you follow through on what you said you'd do, you're proving something to yourself. I keep my word. I am disciplined. I am reliable. That's character. And character is what carries you when motivation fades. Most people are inconsistent. They'll get up early one day and sleep in the next. They'll work hard one week and coast the next. And because they're inconsistent, their results are inconsistent. You can't build a strong life on weak habits. Success belongs to those who show up day after day, morning after morning, without excuses. Consistency is not glamorous. It's not flashy. Nobody claps for you when you wake up early and grind. But years from now, when your results speak, when your success is undeniable, that's when consistency shows its value. Stop chasing hype and start chasing habits. Don't let your mornings be random. Make them routine. Commit to the same wake-up time, the same rituals, the same discipline until it becomes who you are. Because consistency doesn't just build results. It builds you. When you stack consistent mornings, you build an unshakable life. Life is not fair. Success doesn't come evenly distributed. Some people are smarter. Some people are wealthier. Some people have more resources. But the morning belongs to everyone. The sun rises for you, just like it rises for them. The question is, what are you doing with it? The morning is your advantage. The average person wastes it. They roll over, scroll, complain, drag their body out of bed at the last possible second, and then wonder why their life feels rushed, stressed, and out of control. They gave away their advantage before the day even started. But the greats, they flip the script. They use the morning like a secret weapon. They wake up before the world needs them. They prepare while everyone else is still dreaming. They strategize. They train. They plan. They move with intention. By the time the average person is hitting snooze, they've already stacked wins. That's why they look unstoppable, because they are unstoppable. They own the hours nobody else wants. If you want to separate yourself, it won't always come from talent. It won't always come from connections. It will come from discipline, from the willingness to do what others won't. And the easiest way to prove that, own your mornings. Ask yourself this: how badly do you want it? Because if you're serious about success, you can't afford to waste the most powerful part of your day. Mornings when your energy is highest, your mind is clearest, your focus is sharpest. Why would you throw that away? The people who win in life don't wait until noon to start. They're already moving while the rest of the world is still yawning. They don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for the right mood. They use the morning as their training ground. Every single sunrise is another chance to gain ground, to sharpen your edge, to dominate before the competition even shows up. You know, treat your morning like gold. No wasted minutes, no dead hours. Build a routine that puts you ahead. Work on your health, your mind, your craft. Guard those hours fiercely. Don't let distractions or laziness rob you of your advantage. Because if you control the morning, you control the day. If you control enough days, you control your destiny. And when destiny is in your hands, no one can take it from you. Your morning is your advantage. Stop giving it away. Your morning sets your standard. Your morning isn't just about waking up. It's about the standard you set for your life. Every single day, the way you start your morning declares to the world, this is who I am. This is the level I live at. This is the standard I refuse to drop below. Think about it. If you wake up late, if you stumble out of bed with no direction, if you start your day in chaos, you're telling yourself and everyone around you, I don't value my time. I don't respect my goals. I don't take my future seriously. That's the message. Whether you realize it or not, your actions speak louder than your words. But when you rise early, when you attack the morning with clarity, when you stick to your routine and move with purpose, you set a different standard. You're telling yourself, I am disciplined. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am focused. I am hungry. I refuse to live average. And when you live at that standard, opportunities start finding you because the world recognizes excellence. Here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear your results don't fall from the sky. They come from your standards. Average mornings create average lives. Powerful mornings create powerful lives. If you don't raise your standard in the morning, don't expect your life to magically rise during the day. Your morning is your reflection. If you let laziness creep in, it spreads. If you let excuses slip in, they multiply. If you allow weakness in the first hour, weakness owns the rest of the day. But if you choose discipline, if you demand excellence from yourself the moment you wake up, that same strength follows you into everything you do, your work, your relationships, your grind. So here's the challenge for our chi. Stop treating the morning like an option. Treat it like an obligation. So set a non-negotiable standard. Wake up at the time you said. Complete the habits you committed to. And don't accept anything less from yourself. Because when you raise your standard in the morning, you raise your standard in life. And hear me clearly, the world doesn't pay you for what you want. It pays you for the standard you live by. Your morning is the proof of that standard. So decide today, are you going to live like the average, or are you going to set a standard that makes the world pay attention? The choice is yours, but the standard starts in the morning. The morning builds your identity. Your morning is more than a routine. It's an identity. Every action you take in those first hours is a vote for the kind of person you believe you are. If you wake up late, if you waste time, if you move without purpose, you're casting votes for a lazy, unfocused, average version of yourself. But when you rise with discipline, when you push your body, when you feed your mind, when you execute with clarity, you're voting for greatness. Identity is not something you declare with words. It's something you prove with patterns. You can't say you're disciplined if your mornings are sloppy. You can't say you're hungry if you start your day by procrastinating. You can't say you're built for success if your first hour is full of excuses. Who you really are is revealed when the alarm rings. That's why the morning matters so much. It's the place where you align your actions with your identity. If you want to be a leader, act like it in the morning. If you want to be wealthy, prepare for it in the morning. If you want to be unstoppable, prove it in the morning. The world doesn't shape you. You shape yourself, and the shaping starts the second you open your eyes. So here's the challenge for our bot. Stop saying, this is who I want to be, and start showing it. Build an identity of discipline, focus, and hunger by living it every morning. Stack enough mornings like that, and you won't have to tell people who you are. Your results will scream it, because your morning builds your identity, and your identity builds your destiny. Your morning controls the clock. Everybody says, I don't have enough time. But here's the truth. Time isn't the problem. Your mornings are the problem. If you waste the first part of the day, the rest of the day will always feel like you're behind. But if you control the morning, you control the clock. When you wake up with intention, when you move with urgency, you buy back time. You're not rushing. You're not reacting. You're not playing catch up. You're ahead. You're calm. You're in control. And you're executing with precision. That's the power of the morning. But when you oversleep, when you start slow, when you allow distractions to own you early, you're already losing before noon. You can't run a marathon if you stumble out of the gate. That's why so many people stay stressed. They never learn to respect the clock in the morning. Here's what you need to understand. Productivity is not about cramming more tasks into your schedule. Productivity is about controlling your energy, your focus, and your time. And the best way to control your time is to master your mornings. Get the hardest things done first. Handle your priorities before the noise of the day tries to steal them. Put the important over the urgent. Stop letting the clock bully you. Stop letting the day push you around. Flip it. Wake up earlier. Move faster. Attack your priorities before the world even knows you're awake. That way the rest of the day bends to your will instead of you bending to its demands. When you control the morning, you don't just own the day. You own the clock. And when you own the clock, you own your life. Your morning reveals your hunger. Success doesn't come to the most talented. It doesn't come to the most gifted. It comes to the hungriest. And your hunger is exposed in the morning. When that alarm rings, it's not just noise. It's a test. It's asking, how bad do you want it? Because the hungry don't hit snooze. The hungry don't waste the first hour of the day on distractions. The hungry don't say, I'll start later. Hunger moves now. Hunger acts before comfort can talk you out of it. Hunger proves itself in the dark while the world is still asleep. You can talk all day about how badly you want success, but your morning tells the truth. If you can't get up for your dream, how do you expect to stand tall when it gets hard? If you can't sacrifice sleep, how do you expect to sacrifice when the pressure comes? Your morning reveals your hunger, and your hunger reveals your future. Here's what separates the hungry from the average. The hungry treat every morning like an opportunity. They wake up with urgency. They move with discipline. They attack the day with a fire inside that says, I will not be denied. That kind of hunger creates momentum, and that momentum creates results. Don't just say you're hungry. Prove it. Get up earlier than you want to. Push yourself harder than you feel like. Cut the comfort. Cut the excuses. Wake up and show your hunger in action. Because once you live hungry in the morning, you'll live hungry in everything. Your hunger decides your habits. Your habits decide your results. And it all starts in the morning. Your morning shapes your legacy. At the end of the day, this isn't just about alarms, routines, or productivity. This is about legacy. What you do in the morning shapes the story of your life. Think about it. Every choice compounds. Every morning, you're either building momentum toward greatness or slipping further into average. And over years, those small choices turn into habits. Those habits turn into results. And those results turn into your legacy. When people remember you, they won't remember what time you woke up. They'll remember what you built. They'll remember the life you created, the impact you made, the example you set. But make no mistake, that legacy was built in the mornings nobody saw. In the quiet hours, when no one was clapping, when no one was watching, when it was just you and your discipline. That's why the morning is so powerful. It's not about impressing others. It's about preparing yourself. It's about stacking enough small wins that over time, your life becomes unrecognizable. Champions are not born in the spotlight. They are born in the shadows of early mornings where sacrifice and discipline meet vision and purpose. Now, you've got to decide, what will your morning say about you? Will they tell the story of excuses, laziness, and wasted potential? Or will they tell the story of hunger, focus, and relentless pursuit? Because your morning writes your life one page at a time. Here's the final challenge for our Shuri. Treat every morning as sacred. Not one wasted. Not one given away. Wake up with gratitude, with urgency, with discipline. Live every sunrise like it's a gift. Because it is. And if you maximize it, you'll build a life so powerful that your name carries weight long after you're gone. Your morning starts your life. And if you live your mornings right, you won't just build success. You'll build a legacy. Stop wasting mornings. Stop wasting your life. Starting tomorrow, prove it. Wake up, lock in, and attack your goals before the world even gets moving. If this hits you, don't just nod your head, act on it. And if you're ready for more fuel to keep you grinding, make sure you subscribe, lock in with us, and keep pushing. Because the morning starts your life, and your time is now.